Tumala City Central School Principal, teachers, pupils, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to today's affair. We are so happy and blessed today because we have here brilliant visitors and also our board of judges, our school principal, at the same time, district coordinating principal of Central District, the woman in action. Please help me welcome Mrs. Shirley C. Alivio. From master teachers, at the same time, an outstanding master teacher, then science curriculum chair, Mrs. Antonieta Abalde. And our teacher 3 and science teacher of grade 4, the other supportive teacher, Mrs. Lourdes Rondina. Today, we will be having our educational friendly classroom debate. The motion of today's debate is waste management, to segregate or not to segregate. Okay, everybody, please read our motion for today's debate.
Waste management, to segregate or not to segregate.
Our participants of today's debate are the pupils of grade 5 chastity. Now, are you ready?
Yes!
Since you're all ready, please help me welcome Miss Charmyne Abigail Icada. She is our debate moderator.
Thank you, Mokchar. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to welcome you all of today's friendly educational debate with the topic, to segregate or not to segregate waste. At the right side, an affirmative team will argue on waste should be segregated. Please stand to recognize the Julia Christine Montalvo, Christian Maghanoy, Samantha Nicole Localinas, Elena Bensumo, and Justin May P. Castellan. And at the left side, the negative team will defend that waste should not be segregated. They are Marionette Grace Tablo, Shakey's Heart Cansado, Casana Chini Laxado, Jaylene Aika Maxida Simpoyas, and Sophia Ashley Love. Our timekeeper is Maria Fatima Rios. We also have our judges, our dear school principal, and at the same time, the coordinating principal of Central District, Ma'am Shirley C. Alivio. Our science curriculum chair, Mrs. Antonieta D. Abalde. And our teacher 3, at the same time, grade 4 science teacher, Mrs. Lourdes P. The coordinator of today's debate is Charmyne R. Tumala. And I am Shimaya Pigil Nabicada, the chair of today's debate. The maximum speaking time of each speaker is 2 minutes. Our timekeeper will notify you if your speaking time is up. The criteria for judging are the following: organization and clarity, 30%, use of arguments, 25%, use of examples and facts, 15%, presentation style, 20%, and a total of 100%. And now, let us start our debate. Let us first hear our first speaker from the affirmative team, Julia Christine Montalvo, and to be followed by the first speaker of the negative team, and the other members of the team will follow.
Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, and honorable judges. I am Julia Christine Montalvo, and I strongly believe that waste should be segregated. Why? Because segregation of waste is important to keep and dispose properly the vast amount of garbage made by humans. If we don't segregate our waste, there is a possibility to cause serious destruction to our environment. Every garbage has its own components and properties during decomposition, so we should group them accordingly. Biodegradable waste are quickly broken down by microorganisms in normal environmental conditions. This category is mainly food scraps. It is further split to animal-derived and plant-derived waste. Animal waste must be handled separately from food waste, especially if the food waste is intended for animal feed. Non-biodegradable waste is the source of much of humanity's waste disposal problem. Paper, metals, glasses, plastics, and textiles are all classified as a non-biodegradable waste due to the long or indefinite time it takes for them to break down naturally. So, as a pupil and a member of society, proper disposing and segregating of waste is very important, and I strongly agree with it. Let's segregate waste by putting our labels on our trash cans with biodegradable and non-biodegradable.
Good morning, everyone. To our honorable judges and members of different teams, I and mine at Grace Pablo, I and my team strongly believe that we should not be segregated. I believe that this is the strongest of all the arguments because the sites are often dangerous as the waste management sites include the landfill's recycling units under its edges. These sites are highly susceptible to fungal and bacterial growth, thereby leading to various diseases. Even the verbal information accelerates to such bacterial growth that makes it totally unsafe for the workers who work there. It also causes a widespread pollution and releases harmful chemicals. These chemicals, when mixed with drinking water, a high amount of danger to the human health.
Good morning, everyone, and to our honorable judges and members of the different teams. Good morning. I am Christian Maghanoy, the second speaker of the affirmative team. I strongly agree that waste management should be segregated to keep the environment clean and well arranged. Perhaps the greatest advantage is keeping the environment fresh and clean. These waste disposal units also make the people go disease-free as all the resultants are properly disposed and taken care of. As a point worthy of our consideration, here is that this advantage can be taken into account only if extensive and proper safety measures are implemented along with proper waste safety techniques. There is no use in implementing a half-baked technique in which is no use to both the people and the environment. To our honorable board of judges, members of the different teams, good morning. I am Shagizar Pilansado, the second speaker of the negative team. I strongly disagree that waste management should be segregated. It is because the resultant product is a short life. This is also true since the resulting recycled product cannot be expected to have a durable quality, as the product itself has its origin from the remains of the other trash waste products and heaps of partially used ones. The recycled product that is eco-friendly is expected to have a shorter lifespan than the intended original one. So it's really okay to not segregate waste because I do believe that there are people who put their garbages in the label containers. And it's alright as long as we are putting our garbages in the trash cans.
To our honorable board of judges, members of different debating team, classmates and observers, a pleasant morning to all of you. I am Samantha Nicolo Calinas, the third speaker of the affirmative team, totally agrees that waste should be segregated. And I beg to disagree of what the second speaker from the negative team, not to segregate waste. You know, once we segregate our waste, we could identify which are biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Also, waste management will help you earn money. Can you believe if I say that what I have said is absolutely true? Yes. Waste management earns you a few extra bucks every month. Actually, there are many companies which will pay you for your waste, right from old and used bottles to tin cans and e-waste. All kinds of waste are collected and paid. These wastes are then segregated according to the extent of pollution they cause to the environment, and these wastes are recycled for various purposes. There are also crash courses available which will aid you to reuse your trash. Above all, by following this method, you can create an awareness to your fellow people by earning money, which is a win-win concept.
To To our Honorable Board of Judges, members of the different debating teams, classmates, observers, good morning. I am Cassandra Jane Lozado of the negative team. Firmly believes that waste should not be segregated. It is because the process is not always cost effective. Yes, though it may pay cash to the contributors. The truth is, this process is a lot of money, time and land to set up a plant and run. As the amount of waste that is being contributed to the waste unit increases, so are the numbers of plants that process these resources. Setting up a huge factory obviously needs a lot of money. And this management will start fetching yields only in the long run. Hence, this is not seen as a short-term lucrative investment. While dumping more and more garbages into landfills, recycling them in the proper manner will cost lots of money.
Honorable Board of Judges, members of the different debating teams, classmate observers, good morning. I'm Elena Diva Somo from the affirmative team. Intently believes that waste should be segregated because it saves the earth and conserves energy. These characteristics of waste management include specifically the recycling aspect. This cutting of trees is mainly done for the production of paper. By using this method, we can reduce the cutting down of trees. Also, recycling needs only a minimal amount of energy for utilization and complete processing. The resultant product that we obtain is a renewable source of energy and is eco-friendly. Honorable Board of Judges, members of the different debating teams, classmates, observers. Good morning. I am Jolaine Aicamasidal Sinforius, the fourth speaker of the negative team. Believes that waste should not be segregated. Why? It's because the practices are not done in a uniform manner. Still, a large scale of this waste management practices are done only as a small-scale process and is mostly confined to residential homes, schools, and colleges. It is not practices in a uniform manner in large industries and corporations. It is not even practiced globally, as the global level consists of curbing all spills, ocean disposals, and decreasing the tree felling. So, I beg you to disagree that waste should be segregated because it will bring fresh air because they are all air. In a way that they are all garbage, so there's no need for us to segregate plastics, papers, or any materials because all of those are waste. So why waste ourselves to put our garbage under the legal trash cans? Instead, throw it in the trash directly because some of the people can read or even write. That's no hazard at all. Honorable Board of Judges, fellow debaters, classmates, and observers, good morning. I am Justin May P. Castillano of the affirmative team. I believe that waste should be segregated because it reduces environmental pollution. Waste management is done in a proper manner that only eliminates the surrounding waste, but also will reduce the intensity of the greenhouse gases like methane, carbon monoxide, which is emitted from the waste accumulated. The death of the existing landfills and incineration will be curbed, thereby cutting down the harmful factors that affect the environment. Also, the amount of fossil fuels will get reduced in this manner, leading to a cleaner and a greener environment. So, don't say it's hassle to throw garbage in the trash cans that have labels with biodegradable and non-biodegradable because it really helps discipline ourselves. And if the people don't know how to read, it's easy to identify with the colors of the trash cans. For example, red for biodegradable and blue for non-biodegradable.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sophia Shubila from the negative team.
strongly believes that waste should not be segregated because waste management can cause more problems. Though waste management creates employment, it only has the ability to produce low quality jobs. These jobs include work from sorting the garbage collected to the intensive and laborious jobs that is needed in the factories and outlets. Daily basis, collection of garbages will make the street look unpleasant and unhygienic. Leaving excess debris on the streets will up. Even after the successful completion of the final stage, many chemicals will be left behind that needs to be properly and completely disposed. Otherwise, they will also cause a threat to the environment, which makes the ultimate purpose of waste management go redundant. Also, in the areas these management units are present, it is noticed that the groundwater gets affected. So, it will cause a considerable extent of water pollution and land pollution.
And now, one of the group will summarize their arguments. Let's start from the affirmative team. Please stand to state your summary.
The arguments that we presented are enough to prove that waste should be segregated. 1. Segregation of waste is important for properly disposing of the vast amount of garbage modern society produces in an unconscious manner. 2. Keeps the environment clean and fresh. 3. Waste management will help you earn money. 4. Saves the earth and conserves energy. And 5. It reduces environmental pollution. By properly disposing our waste and garbage, we could help our environment become clean and eco-friendly. As the hope of the nation, we should stand for the right to segregate our waste. By that, people will be disciplined in throwing their trashes properly. We will hand in hand in making our environment become clean and green. So let's choose that waste should be segregated.
Let's start with the negative team to summarize their arguments. Please stand for your statements.
We, the negative team, disagree with the motion of waste should be segregated. Let me enumerate to you. First, the sites are often dangerous. Second, the resultant product has a short life. Third, the process is not always cost-effective. Fourth, the practices are not done in a uniform. And last, waste management can cause more problems. It is really alright not to segregate waste because it will just add hassle to our lives in throwing our garbage. It wastes our time in reading and looking where to put our waste. As long as there are trash cans everywhere, then there's no problem with throwing all our garbage directly.
Thank you so much to both parties for summarizing your arguments. And now I will give the floor to our debate coordinator, Charmyne, for the facilitator's time.
Thank you so much and congratulations, kids. It was so great exchanging of ideas both. So, you really deserve a firework claps.
Congratulations!
Alright. So before we're going to proclaim the winning team, let's ask first the audience. Which do you prefer? To segregate or not to segregate waste? Let's call in. Oh yes, Efren Paginawan. He's really eager to answer. Oh, come here.
Good morning, judges, my classmates. We have to segregate our waste so that our place or country will not be polluted.
Alright, thank you so much, Efren. And I know that all of you have your own answer if you want to segregate or not to segregate. So this time, let's have the insight from one of the board of judges about our motion of today's debate, waste management, to segregate or not to segregate. Let's call it our ever-supportive school principal, Mrs. Shirley C. Alivio.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Charm, for facilitating this debate. And also, my warm congratulations to all of you for having this. And Uh, for affirmative side, well and good and very good that you come up with that idea. The insights that you heard this morning is very helpful to us, especially that lately we experience heavy rain in our city. So I hope you learned many things from this debate. To segregate or not to segregate. For negative side, you are very good in presenting your topics and the contents at the negative side. But I know deep in my heart that you are still for good. So for someone, negative side. So are you still willing to go with your stand? No. So thank you for having this activity because I know you learned many things, and so with the proper segregation of waste management. So we started already since June. I hope and pray that 101% we will achieve 101% solid waste management. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the proclamation of the winning team will be announced by our master teacher, Mrs. Antonieta Abalde.
Good morning, everyone. The result of the debate about waste management, to segregate or not to segregate, it's actually based on the following details, the facts that you presented. But for the win, we have the affirmative side. You really have to segregate waste, whether you like it or not. Okay. Because there is a new memorandum issued that instead of having 3 trash cans, we have to provide 4. We have for the biodegradable, non-biodegradable, for the hazardous, and for the recyclable. So, it's not enough that you have trash cans that you have to throw your garbages. It's because that's simply throwing your garbages in a proper way. But what is more important is you know how to segregate them. Because out of segregation, you will know which one is recyclable, which one is hazardous, and which one is biodegradable, and which one is non-biodegradable. Since one of the problems now, not only in the Philippines, but globally, is the climate change, which is actually the product of global warming. And proper disposal of waste is one of the management or one of the factors that can help solve our problem. So for the negative sides, you are also doing well. And for the affirmative side, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mom Abalde. Considering the pros and cons of waste management, the ultimate goal of waste management relies in waste minimization and curbing only. However, the aspect of recycling and waste and processing of waste should not be omitted since it is attributed an environmental flavor on the area of our study. The government also should support these practices by easing the rules and encouraging all its citizens to do these practices in their household. And of course, the government also can provide a reward. So it's so nice to receive a reward for these people who practice these measures in an effective manner. So, as members of the society, we should make our environment clean and eco-friendly one by segregating our waste properly. That's all. Thank you and good morning everyone.